What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of CryptoZombie. Welcome back to the wild, wild world of crypto. I hope you guys are enjoying this crazy week that we had. Bitcoin yesterday flash crashing, essentially down to below $29,000 with an instant V-shaped recovery. Does this mean that the bulls are actually in control? And is this the Wykoff accumulation that we've all been speaking of? And we're going to 65,000 and higher within the next few months. Well, we do need to actually have a look at what is happening. Now, we did have a nice rebound. In fact, some of these altcoins are bouncing back even harder than Bitcoin. Bitcoin about 6.7%. We have Cardano 11%, Dogecoin 14%, Uniswap 14%, Solana 28%, Stellar 12%, Aave 12% as well. So we have seen the altcoins having an even bigger bounce back. However, there is the reality of the situation that we have put in a lower low. Technically, okay, on the lower time frames, even though it was just a wick. So was that the spring that we were looking for the Wykoff accumulation, or really is this just showing us signs of, you know, maybe that last minute sort of denial that we are actually in the bear market? Well, we're going to have a look at that. We're also going to have a look at the chart that I showed you guys 2 days ago that we bounced perfectly off of the level that we were looking at. And finally, before we move on, guys, I do just want to apologize for not being able to bring you a video during the madness yesterday. As you guys know, you might know, my dad, he hasn't really been feeling well lately. He was in the hospital Monday night all through Tuesday, so that was why I couldn't make a video. Also, unfortunately, I wasn't able to trade this chart. I would have loved to have gotten an opportunity to. I didn't. I missed the move, and yeah, but what are you going to do, guys? You know, you have to wait and be patient for these things. So what's happening next? What is going on? That's what we're going to focus on right now. So having a look right here, you guys can see, and we're jumping right into this today. We're going to keep these videos updates very quick. You can see that we did, in fact, wick below this line right here. However, on the 4 hour, we were actually able to close perfectly at the bottom of this support, which was pretty incredible. So it really was essentially just a flash crash. I think it was like 110 minutes it took to fall down to these levels and get back up. That's what somebody said. I didn't time it myself, but regardless, you can see this happened within a 4 hour candle period. And we are back above both of these critical supports that we had spoke about right here. So we had this first one, you know, taking it from the bottom to here. Let me get this out of the way. And you can see that we are, in fact, above that. And then the second line that we had right here, where we had this fake out right back in around June 8th, we are above that level as well. Now, as I've been saying, though, there is a lot of overhead resistance, and you could argue that because of this wick, we have technically put in a lower low. So this would, in fact, be indicative of a bear market. Now, I know I don't want to throw around these terms, bear, bull market. Lots of people arguing what type of a market we're in. I mean, realistically, since the dump back in May 19th, I would say that this is at least a miniature bear market of some sort. You could see that even when we tried to get up here, we did get hit by that resistance. We put in a lower high and arguably put in a lower low. So we really need confirmation above these levels, out of these resistances, before we could even, you know, start to say, yes, this is full on bull mode again. The other good thing I wanted to point out, though, is the CME chart. It dipped, actually, this one dipped down to about 27. So they really both fell to about the same levels, but this one is also above this critical line right here. You could see the support that we started forming way back in January, early this year, and we did, in fact, get above it, and we opened above it today and held those levels as well. So short term, it does look like the bulls are absolutely battling for this to pretty much be a bull market still. But having a look right here, we were a lot of people actually were talking about this Wykoff accumulation, right? So distribution would be at the top, getting ready to sell. I think we kind of have confirmation that that's what was happening. Well, now it could appear that they're doing the reverse on the accumulation side. This is the bit of hopium that everybody's sort of waiting for. And you can see at first you have this steep dump, then you bounce around in this channel, you put in some, you know, level bottoms, and then you actually fall below all of the support right here into the spring, right? You do have a retest as well. So arguably, if we do have a look at what's been happening, you know, we did have that really deep fall right here, bounce right here, or if you really just want to sort of combine this as one giant move, you could just say that that's one move right there, right? And then look at this. We had the bounce exactly on this level right here, came back up. We did not put in a higher high compared to this bounce back here. And then we had the deep sell-off where we fell below the previous support and bounced above it. So that would argue that if this is in fact playing out, that we would have already witnessed this spring area right here, and we would be looking to put in a continuation of the bull trend. However, the real confirmation comes when you get above these previous resistance levels right here. So currently, if we actually go back and have a look, let me clean this up for a second. If you actually just draw, I mean, we could even just put this on with an actual level, and I'm not even going to go to the peak. This is just the 4-hour close. Bitcoin essentially would need to get above, minimally, this $40,000 level to confirm this Wykoff accumulation pattern, right? So, we might have some retests, some bounces like this. This could still go on for another week or two, and then we'd be looking for a breakout. Now, a breakout above these levels would definitely be what we're looking for, and even better than that, okay, even better than that, would be if we actually had a breakout like something like this, came down, and then retested this level right here, right? That would be insanely bullish. That right there would be the ultimate long signal, and that would pretty much confirm that we're most likely going to be continuing, going forward on this bull run. But we still have to get back up to that level. So, it could be really exciting for the next couple of weeks. And I'm just being realistic, guys. I'm the biggest Bitcoin bull out there. I just want to be cautious because if we don't break above this level, we don't have confirmation above this, then, or worst case scenario, we don't even get to that level and we get up to something like 39 and then we start going the other way. Well, then, guys, that would pretty much solidify that Bitcoin is essentially, in a full-on downtrend. And yeah, we could probably say bear market confirmed at that point. But I just wanted to give you guys some hope and show you that it is quite crazy how this has actually been playing out. By the way, if you guys are interested in learning how to trade these wild and crazy moves, definitely check out Bybit. Bybit is probably the best if you're trading Bitcoin. You can trade altcoins on things like Femex as well. If you're new, I don't recommend starting out with a big amount. I also recommend using a paper account or a test account so you can kind of trade without the risk, learning how to do these moves. If you want to know how to do these, I do have a tutorial popping up above, and there's also almost $4,000 worth of bonuses below in the description if you guys are interested in that. But we were talking about these crazy Bitfinex shorts, right? We knew something was up. Look at how these shorts absolutely exploded to some of the highest levels we had seen in such a long time. And honestly, if you guys don't look at the Bitfinex longs versus shorts charts, they're actually really good because Bitfinex, long story short, they've been around for a while. It's kind of where like the OG whales used to hang out, right? And although not as many people now trade on Bitfinex, they have been an amazing indicator as to potential market movements. Usually whatever is happening over on Bitfinex, a couple days later, it kind of plays out usually in the markets. Not 100%, but they're a really good indicator. This right here was definitely signaling something big was coming. We did get the crash. We did get the support on the previous level, which I'll talk about in a second, which was actually a really good thing. The 1.618, we'll talk about that. So yeah, the shorts, these have closed. They've taken the profit, so there's not as much selling pressure, from that perspective. And also on the flip side, the longs on Bitfinex are now at the highest level ever, potentially? No. Did we have a higher level back here? Hold on one second. No, that's not the highest ever, or it might be the highest ever. Point is, guys, is they've switched long, okay? So they are now anticipating for the price to go up. Now, the one thing I want to talk about right here is the biggest resistance that we have, which was this previous support back here. And this is what I was looking to hold, these levels right here, this line. And as you can see, it did in fact hold us for quite some time. We had many bounces. Finally, once we broke below it, we fell all the way down to this previous level, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But before we get to that, this resistance right here, you can see, around the $36,251 level, that is going to be the one that we need to break above before we even start talking about these $40,000 levels. Now, I don't want to get too bearish because I think everyone's been bearish for pretty much the past few weeks. So talking about the one thing that was really amazing was that you can see we bounced exactly perfectly at this level back here where we had this previous retest when we hit 42,000 and we came down. We literally respected that level exactly. That is exactly where, basically these shorts closed, the price went the other way and the longs started getting larger over on Bitfinex longs. And once again, shout out to Year of the Bull over here. And I talked about this in my other video, the magic of the golden ratio. And he did talk about previous cycles seeing the retest of this 1.618 fib line right here. You know, you can see we did it back here, we did it here, and it appears as if we did it again. Now, we did wick slightly below it, but we did close above it. And I actually do have confirmation. I drew it on my own thing right here. And you can see, yeah, this plays out exactly. If we take this previous market from 20K all the way down to the bottom of 3,100, and we follow this blue line right all the way over to here, and we zoom in. I mean, look at this, guys. You can see that we did wick slightly below it, but we are sitting above it right now. So this could be good for the bulls if we hold this level. And if that is the case, then this was the best buying opportunity of the mid-bull cycle. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people are scared right now, but if you're dollar cost averaging, I mean, these prices are an absolute blessing, right? We've also seen the dollar have a little bit of a rejection here. However, the only thing I do want to point out is that we do have these resistance levels right here, okay? And we are sitting on that right now. So I just want to make sure that the DXY doesn't start, you know, bouncing to the upside, because if it does, it's probably not too good for Bitcoin. But while it did have a fall, we did in fact see the S&P 500 actually put in an all-time high. What a crazy start to this week it has been. So keeping my eye on traditional stocks, definitely keeping my eye on the DXY, as well as these Bitcoin levels right here. You can see right now, very indecisive. We've had 2 4-hour dojis essentially put in right now, which means the markets are at a level where they don't really know what they want to do. So as I said, guys, you know, watch out for these resistances. They would probably be a sell the resistance situation. If we do break to the upside, I would be looking for the confirmation on the bounces if you're looking to long, okay? But wait for the confirmations. If not, you're just going to get chopped up in this sideways market. All right, guys? So that is it for me today. That is my big update. I tried to cover all the ground that maybe we might have missed out on yesterday. Although actually, in hindsight, it was probably better to make the video today rather than yesterday, because now we actually have some levels to go off of, right? We saw the recovery. We saw that we were able to get above some of these resistances. So that is the key to this market, guys. So thank you so much for coming back to the channel. And once again, you know, if I don't make video updates every single day, I know there's like some YouTubers that like literally the price moves, you know, like 2%, and it's like, oh my God, they're screaming and yelling. And okay, well, guys, at the end of the day, like, you know, you got to zoom out. The daily market, the you know, the daily, the hourly, I mean, that'll just get you chopped up. Have a look at the big picture. The big picture right now is showing us, you know, that we're really just essentially in these turbulent times, and we're not really out of the woods just yet. I mean, I know everybody's really happy about this little bounce right here. It's not really enough to confirm the movement. You know, like I said, guys, we have to at least, we have to at least get above this level right here, right around this $40,000 level, so that we can confirm the real breakout, possibly with a retest, and then I would become super bullish again. But until then, you're really just putting in lower highs and lower lows. All right, guys? So that's basically it. I hope it's not like too doom and gloom. I'm just like giving you the overall broad perspective of the market. And, you know, it's kind of funny because, you know, as a YouTuber, you always get these like comments, people get salty, and they'll say stuff like, oh, so it's either going to go up, down, or sideways. Okay. And then tomorrow, exactly as predicted. Guys, look, at the end of the day, nobody really knows what's going to happen. The TA is just something that gives you percentages, that gives you an idea, right? So if we're in a certain type of a pattern, and traditionally we look at history and we see that this pattern has a potential of 80% chance of breaking out to the upside, well, then that's probably a good opportunity to take a long, but put in a tight stop loss, right? Because we always have black swan events. You know, Biden can come out and say something, you know, crazy, you know, China bans Bitcoin for the 300th time. You can't predict those types of things, but we were looking for Wykoff distribution, and we did get the fall, we did get the bounce, we did get the 1.618 Fibonacci retracement. So, you know, you can say what you want about TA, but these were all things we were looking at, as well as the death cross, which we know usually is a counter trade indicator, right? So anyway, guys, I'm rambling at the end. This is longer. The video was a little longer than I wanted. I might be doing, like I said, these quicker updates like this. I'll try to get my like little meme intros in, but you know, that still takes time to either like find one or put one in there. But either way, guys, hope you're doing well. Like I always say, long-term hodlers have always been rewarded. If you're out there trying to trade the 1 hour chart, you're probably going to get chopped up. But if you're dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, not financial advice, but in my humblest of humble opinions, I'm sure you'll do just fine, as we have seen that Bitcoin is the honey badger. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, definitely make sure to hit the like button. And if you are interested in learning how to trade these markets, maybe we are heading into a bear market, well, then you'll want to be shorting the resistances. If you want to learn how to do that, check out these tutorials right here. And also make sure you check out the links in the description for those added bonuses. So that's it for me. Thank you so much. My name's K-Dub. This is CryptoZombie. Until next time, stay crypto. And of course, peace out.